This is episode number 4 with Connections at Camano Commons with TJ Fittis, General Manager at Camano Island Coffee Roasters. This is Jeff Ericson, owner of Camano Island Coffee Roasters and Camano Marketplace. And today we're going to have an awesome interview with TJ Fittis, who, by the way, in case you don't know, is also my son-in-law. He was lucky enough to marry my daughter and is actually the person that runs Camano Island Coffee Roasters now. So for those customers that ask me how busy I am roasting, the secret is now out of the bag that I don't do roasting anymore and haven't for a while. I was hoping that someday he could step up to my position, and he actually overrides anything I ever did. So he does a fantastic job. But I want to ask TJ some questions because he actually happens to have a great story and kind of adds another little bit of fun and excitement to Camano. So first of all, TJ, tell me a little bit about your life and start with the very beginning, because I think everyone would want to know where you came from.
So I have kind of a weird background. My mom is from Memphis, Tennessee, and my dad is from Belfast, Northern Ireland. So I actually grew up in Northern Ireland and have dual citizenship between Great Britain and the United States. I moved to the States when I was 18 and assimilated quite quickly, learned the accent so that I didn't stick out like a sore thumb. Charmed Jeff's daughter and tricked her into marrying me, and then, much to Jeff's chagrin, and then after a few years of living up here in the Pacific Northwest, I convinced Jeff to let me work for him in marketing at Camano Island Coffee Roasters, and the rest is history, as they say.
Yes, and I will say it was not an easy role for him to take, but he met the task every time I would give him something impossible, so it didn't take long for him to take over the roasting. And of course, him and my daughter, Destiny, have done the greatest thing they will ever do in their life by having my granddaughter, Sophia, who is absolutely perfection.
Cutest baby ever.
Absolutely. Perfect grandchild, so I'm very blessed with that. You were born in Coffee County, Tennessee, right?
Yeah, it's kind of funny. When that happened, we were in Nashville for a business trip, and we happened driving through Coffee County, and Jeff's like, wow, we're in Coffee County. And I'm like, yeah, I was actually born in this county. I had never put 2 and 2 together and realized that until that moment. Because I didn't grow up there, so I didn't think about it, but I thought, once I realized, oh yeah, I guess this is where I was born.
Did you ever think you'd be in coffee for the rest of your life? I mean, is this something that was even in your realm of reality?
No, because I really had no idea what I wanted to do for a job. But I guess it kind of started for me when Des and I were dating in college. I majored in English literature and writing, and I was taking a journalism class, and I had to write a magazine article. And so I actually did it on the coffee industry. And I interviewed a couple of different coffee roasters, and Camano Island Coffee Roasters actually happened to be one of the coffee roasters that I interviewed for my article. And then from there, I think I kind of planted the initial seeds for the idea of working in coffee, because I really enjoyed that particular project, getting to talk about coffee and explore coffee and tasting coffees and writing about it. And that's kind of how I started out here, was just writing blogs, writing content for the company.
So I know that there's some of our nonprofits that we have been partnered with for quite a while. We actually started our company not to be a coffee company, but to help not-for-profits raise money to do the good work that they do, right? And you have literally supported groups like Agros for how many years?
Since the start of the company.
20 some years. So one of the things in our business plan for the coffee company is that we're also supporting a local economy. And of course, we built the marketplace to promote a local living economy, but also as you look at your employees at the coffee roasters, these are people that grew up on Camano Island and are part of the fabric of our island. And your job is to make sure that it's not just a job for them, but an actual career choice for them. Can you give us examples of anything that you've done to help promote these people in a career-oriented way?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, with it being a small community, there's not a whole lot of different job opportunities here. But I think it is kind of a cool place to work, right? I mean, we're not a really big company, but we're producing and enjoying a really awesome product every single day. And along with that, I think one of the things that I've kind of taken on as a project for myself that's helped me in my own growth here is personal development within the company. And so, whether that's recommending certain books or doing certain classes within the company.
Don't you have a book club every week?
We do have a book club. Actually, we're about to finish up the latest book that we're working on this week. So yeah, it's one of those things where it's my belief that the company can really only grow, it has lots of room to grow, but it can only grow as much as the people that work within the company have opportunities to grow themselves. And then as we all get better at what we do, the whole company gets better. And so one of the things that I've been proudest of is bringing in certain educational tools to help us learn to do a better job, because many of us are pretty young, right? We don't have your experience or your background in business, and so we have lots of opportunities to learn from Jeff, but we also have other skill sets that need to be rounded out, and so that's something I've been excited to be a part of over the last few years.
So in closing, I am very appreciative that my daughter was coerced into marrying TJ. And he's actually been an awesome son-in-law, and I'm very thankful to that. Great asset to Camano Island and in growing the Camano Island Coffee Roasters brand. So it's been an awesome journey, and the journey's just beginning. I wanted everyone to get to know TJ a little bit so that when you see him, you know who he is. And again, thank you for watching.